Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good evening.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
So,
Amin.
how are you guys?
Yes,
Alhamdulillah,
absolutely
fine.
fine. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. So, we will discuss about the impact of MCO on mental health, based on six thinking hats. So, first we will go through on the first hats, which is white. So, yeah, you may continue.
Alright, thank you, Brother Amin. Assalamualaikum, my name is Muhammad Aqill, and today I'm going to present to you guys about Whitehead. So basically, Whitehead is about the facts about the mental health during MCO. So first of all, what is the MCO? MCO is the Movement Control Order, where it's the preventive measure by Malaysia's government in response to COVID-19 pandemic. We know that COVID-19 starts from China and then it starts to spread in Malaysia. It starts from, if I'm not mistaken, the biggest spread is from Masjid Petaling. And then the MCO, Movement
Astaga.
Control Order, is started to announce and started to execute on 18 March 2020 until today. So basically, if you know that there is the timeline, it starts from Movement Control Order and until the end of the 3rd May of 2020. And then from the 4th May of 2020, it starts to our prime minister announced the second or another phase of the movement control order, which is the conditional movement control order, where there are some things that have been lifted up, such as some shops can be open, and some business or some activities can be run. And then the last one, which is currently we are experiencing right now, is the Recovery Movement Control Order, or the RMCO, where it started to execute on the 10th of June 2020, and it is announced that it will be end until 31st August 2020, inshallah. Then so, talking about the whiteheads, the facts about the mental health during MCO, we know that MCO affects everything, a lot of things in Malaysia and globally. And then in Malaysia, one of the things that have been affected by the MCO is from the MCO is the mental health. So the proof or the facts that we can get is from the internet, where Malay Mail have post an article where the title is "More than half of Malaysians experience mental health issues during MCO," and the study is reviews. The study had been done by the think tank of the or the center, where they mentioned about the mental well-being of the Malaysians during MCO. So some facts about the mental health during that time is almost 22% experience severe and extremely severe anxiety, and 80% to 26% of women experience severe and extremely severe depression, anxiety, and stress. And then so basically, the highest factor that have been come out from the Malay Mail, or the think tank, the center, they mention about the extreme sign of mental health comes from the low cost housing, where low cost housing is one of the place where there are a lot of people or a lot of residents, which is the packed area. And then we go to the demographic differences, the facts about the mental health. We go to two type of demographic, which is gender and age, where gender, women lead to 13%, where compared to men, where it is only 8%, due to bad mental health. And then the age, the youngsters experience the most, where it is 23% from age 18 to 24, and the least one is around age 45 and to 54. And then the last one is the three major factor that affects the situation of mental health, which is the residence, income, and the job employment. This major factor will be described more by our brother in the next slide. That's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, I'm Muhammad Firdaus Mazulukifli. Inshallah, I will explain about yellow hats. Okay, as we know, yellow hats is talking about positive thinking or benefits on that issue. Okay, so as we know, all things that happen have a positive and negative. So the positive thinking or benefits on MCO for point one, uh, MCO can provide opportunities for workers to work from home and also able to reduce stress as well as relax physically and mentally. Okay, maybe people cannot no need to think of at the morning how to go to the work and rushing, so they can relax themselves to and just relax at home and work from home. Maybe this thing can reduce their stress. Okay, number two, MCO also can cultivate love between families because when MCO, all families stay at home, so they have many time together and can spend more time. Maybe can have activities like play games together or eating together that they do not have time before MCO. So for MCO, they can do anything together. So the relationship between families can be uh, better at MCO. Okay, for number three, point number three, maybe MCO also can make us more alert to cleanliness and of the surrounding and health, because when the environment is clean, our mental health will also have a positive effect. Okay, positive mental health also uh, effect from the uh, cleanliness surrounding, and also we also can adapt our life to the new normal at the MCO. So that's all for me. Maybe can continue with my friend.
Okay, thank you, brother. So let's move on into the next hat, which is black hat. So basically, the black hat is discuss more about the negative impact or more to what could possibly do wrong, on negative side. So first one, we could see that considered, or we just heard about the fact on the white hat, the fact about we are now on the RMCO. So based on that, what could possibly wrong if the forecast, the case are increasing, the number of positive cases are increasing. So of course, we heard about what is the negative impact about the residents, about the incomes, about they just some of them are jobless, some of them just no money because they absolutely making no money. So what is could possibly happen if the MCO, the positive cases are increasing, they must face, I mean, they have to stretch down, stretch all the way about their feeling. So they have to endure with their negative feeling. So means that after this we're gonna talk about the feeling. Of course, they feel stressed. With this kind of negative, they have to stretch their emotion much longer. Maybe about 3 or 4 months. Na'uzubillah min zalik. And after that, we talk about the financial trouble, depressed, of course, because some of the, I mean, it's not some, it's majority of people nowadays, they just lost the job. Yes, lost their job, so of course they making no money, and despite of that they have to face down with a financial, sometimes they have to cut off their food, that kind of thing. So uh, after after a few months they have to really survive in terms of their financial, their car loan, sort of that. And moving to the next point, which is with all the negative impact are combined, they are associated with the other negative feelings. So which is could possibly lead to killing or murder, because this is sometimes happen because there's a lot of um, negative feeling inside. They could not endure much. Sometimes they have, the end just killing or murder. Of course, we as Muslim, it is a big no, because yeah, this is just out of your mind, out of the mind. So that is black hat. So moving on to the red hats. Okay, basically red hat is talk about the feeling. What's your intuition when you heard about MCO? Of course, first one, scared. People are scared because virus are everywhere, so they have to be inside the house all the way 24/7, about 3-4 months. This also could lead to stressful environment, like we mentioned about the residents, or a group of people that have to living together with different kind of situation. Of course, it's lead to stressful environment. And after that, we also heard about cases, stranded, where the students university, they doesn't they don't go home, so they stranded at the campus. And of course it's also lead to the sad, because all the activities that is going routine, we have to stop and just do the activity inside the house. So that's for the red hat. So we move on into the next presenter.
Brother Taufik, I have a question
Yes.
about
Yes.
your personal opinion about the MCO on the mental health. What do you think about? Do you think the MCO really give effect on our mental health?
Basically, yes for me, because MCO, because it is movement control order, of course. So means that all the activities that we do daily, we not only limit, but we must, just let it go. Means that every day we have to go work, people, because the MCO stretch away, so people sometimes they love work, this is, you know because the activities have to be cut off. So what can I say is that the MCO really affect much on the introvert people, which they kind of smuggling around, make friends every day, lepak every day, mama. So of course, this is kind of a big deal for them. Yes.
Yeah.
Anything?
Thank you.
Alright.
That's a good point. I think yeah. For my personal opinion, I think the MCO give lot of effects to us. Either it's a positive way or a negative way.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright. Okay, thank you, Brother Taufik. Now I'm going to continue to the green hats, where the green hats is about the creative ideas, or what are the ideas that we want to solve this kind of problem. Because we mentioned earlier that this MCO, because this MCO has give effects to mental health in negative side. So how can we solve this problem? So there are three. I will list three ideas, which is the residence income and job, where these three ideas gonna what we call gonna counter or solve this kind of issue. First, for the residents, we can try to limit the number of residents per block to optimum number, and until is comfortable, because we know in the packed areas, because we see a lot of people, and we breathe well. We can breathe well, and then we try to survive in the packed area. So that's why I think my personal opinion is that packed area is not a good place for us to survive. So by having an optimum number, because we know the packed area or the place, the
Yes.
low cost house has a small area, right? So and that's the reason why is needed for us to reach the number. And I don't think maybe this kind of alternative can be taken by the government. And the next one, the second one is about residents. Maybe we can create a beautiful decoration in their house or in the block overhaul to have a better or to have a calm place. Because we know that when we have a lot of stress, we have a lot of work, then we see something beautiful and it will help us a lot. So when we see or we are living in a place where we can say that we are living in a heaven, we know that it will calm our mind. So by having a good or beautiful decorations, or at least tidy, it will at least help our mind to feel good, and then our mental health will be increased, and that's good. Because from my observation is that most of the low cost house we call experience this kind of situation where it's kind of looks old, and that's why sometimes we may try to this our thinking. And then the second one is
Yes.
income. From the income side, we might provide a platform where they can apply the online platform to generate more income, because we know that either it is global or local, because we know that currently online is everything. It's not, because we know that currently we can't go outside, and then online help us well. So by applying the online, everything can go smooth, inshallah. Then the second one is join good investments such as gold or stock somehow, because currently during the MCO the gold price are increasing. So by having that kind of investment, it will help us a lot in our life, inshallah. And then the third one, the third factor that can help to solve or reduce the mental health issue is about the job. By maybe we can about we call we can provide a platform for them to learn new skills online or through any workshop within a reachable area and give service to others, because they lost their job. So but they have the energy, they can use the energy by learning some skills, and then applying the skills to do some service, such as the photographer, such as the plumber, or anything else that required the energy or the skills. And the second was runner service. Runner service, currently we know that food and beverage is one of the the company that goes down, doesn't goes down in economically. So providing by joining the running service will increase their income, at least for so at least they have some jobs to do. And then the last one is every restaurant can have their own delivery service, because we know when the restaurant provide a delivery service, so they can provide some jobs to others. They can provide some jobs to others, and at the same time they can have some income. So it is two ways benefit. So they can provide some jobs to the others, to the people around. At the same time they can increase. They can have their marketing, and then they can increase the profits and else. Yeah, I think that's all about the green hats, the creative ideas about how to solve this kind of issue.
So I will talk about the last head, which is blue hats. It is about summaries, conclusion, and decision. To conclude that this matter has affected all things that really happen in this time. You know that it's not easy to face this kind of situation because you didn't expect that things to happen. You know, it's really not good for our mental health because it can lead to the harmful thing. You can see that all all parties are affected with this MCO thing. You know that uh, it's not easy to face this thing. I think it's the first time we face this kind of situation, but we want or don't want, we must go through. So I can see that. Wait a second, yeah. To overcome our mental health issue in this kind of situation, we just, I think it's okay not to be okay. You just go through this kind of situation. Just accept the fact that, yeah, God, God has let this happen, so it's okay. But make sure we, you know, it's not good to letting ourselves down so long. Make sure we make a fast comeback, that is recovery, so we can build up a new spirit on in the future. So among the things that we can do to overcome this mental health issue during this MCO, first I can say that always lend a hand to help each other. Don't be selfish. Maybe we can, you know, when we look something or someone having a problem, we can share uh, money because he doesn't have any income, so we can share for a while. Then we can say that always communicate each other because, yeah, you know, uh, student, for example, I can say that student that's stranded in the campus is far away from their family, so they feel that, ah, I miss my family. How long? When will this MCO will end? Right. So always communicate. I don't know, in any types of platform. Maybe we can go through to the social media and do not let our friends alone. Sometimes they they always like to uh, keep their self alone. You know that they don't want to make other people feel bad, feel, yeah, they don't want people feel hard for them, for themselves, so they let themselves alone. So maybe we can go through, like, we go to his room, knock his door, and, you know, ask him for sembang chit chat or other things, you know, playing games. All right. So the next one we can figure figure it out, something new, like, for example, a new hobby. Maybe we never try new things, like try to develop a new skills. You know, like
Yeah, yes.
cooking. You don't have you don't like
Swimming.
cooking before, but you have an idea. You want to try a new recipe. So then you try at home, make a new recipe, then upload it to the Facebook and make it viral. Yeah. So this is the recipe on my MCO. I think I know it's hard for us to face this situation, but it's okay. Just stay strong. I know because we can see that at this time the new case is come back to rising. So I hope uh, stay safe, physical distancing, try to, you know,
Yeah.
keep it 1 meter and
Yeah.
do your best. Any question
Inshallah.
before we end?
I think I don't have any question. But for your point about trying to figure out something new, just new hobby, I think that's a good point because we know there are a lot of things goes viral during the MCO, such as
Yes.
doing the what we call dalgona coffee, right?
Yeah.
Dalgona coffee. And
I
the
haven't
TikTok-
tried yet until
TikTok
now, you know.
videos. The TikTok- yeah, yeah, same goes to me. The TikTok videos, because we know that the TikTok videos always show some dancing move and
Yeah.
something else, but right now it starts to viral about the some infos you do through the TikTok videos. Then I think it's quite beneficial. So I'm currently trying to set up a YouTube channel so that I can do some vlog, so that I can talk, and then I can give some advice or some motivation to others, to the one that need.
It's
So
good
yeah, it's such a good point.
because
Thank you very
this
much,
kind
brother Amin.
this kind of thing can release our stress. Yeah.
Yes.
So
Our
I
day.
think anyone?
So I think we
Yeah. Any, yeah, brother Taufik?
It's okay. Everything okay?
Yeah, I think that's all from
Okay.
me. So I hope you guys get the benefits from our discussion previously. So thank you very much for joining me tonight. Yeah. I hope you guys stay safe. Yeah.